All right, before we get into this very far, I'm with Dicky. We're up the Angelina obviously here, and he's practicing for the BFL, which is a week away. And I'm just going to say this: the day before this tournament, they announced it was a three fish limit. Actually, they may have done it at the meeting, and they initially blamed it on somebody else, and then the tournament director admitted it was him. That is treating your fishermen so poorly. It's unbelievable. I haven't fished BFL in a while, and largely because the payouts are so terrible. But stuff like this does not make me want to go back. He never would have wasted a day up there trying to find a place to catch a 12, 15 pound quick limit. Had that he known it was a three fish limit. All right, I'll stop now, but that's ridiculous. That is incredibly, incredibly bad tournament management right there by the tournament director of the BFL of East Texas.
Good morning, and yes, you're seeing your screen correctly. We're in my boat. I don't know that driving is the proper term. He's idling. So we just put in at Marion's Ferry. It's Saturday morning. The water's, what do you think the water level is? Right at pool. And there are guys that will run this, and Dicky offered to run this in my boat, but I declined. So he's practicing for the BFL. Neither one of us have been up here. It's been 3 years since I've been up here. So I know we got a high idle sound going, but we got rain all around us. We're gonna fish until the rain runs us off, or until we feel like he can catch 37 pounds up here. Whichever comes first.
You already been? I mean, literally, I ain't even got a camera set up. That ain't fair. You're supposed to wait on your cameraman to start whacking on him. I got the first stitch on him. First guy to the cypress tree wins. Oh, he come off.
He wasn't a keeper anyway.
Gee, that's a 9-pounder. He was pulling on it now.
Oh, man.
You have a buddy with him?
He did.
What camera just shut off?
All this stuff has died, hadn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I said a lot of that stuff has died, hadn't it?
Yeah. Solid fish.
Yeah. I'll get it, man. I gotta get back there.
What are you trying to hit me with the rod for?
I knew he'd swam a long way before I hit him. Chunky little thing.
Point or what?
Yeah, there's some of it out there in the forest. Caught 3 fish out there before I left, and all 3 of them full.
Oh, after. You get a lot of bites.
is. So we're out there.
He was running with it. He's gimme. Gimme. Doubled up. I just got the little one out of his way for you. Got the camera all jacked up sideways here. I got the little one out of his way so he could catch a decent one. So that's the tree you normally get bit on?
Sure is. They're here somewhere, usually.
Yeah.
On this group. Big.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you square bill fish right there. Oh, yeah. Look at that thing. Oh, man. Can't get a hold of it.
Goodness.
I hope that's filming. That's a dandy right there.
Live scope pays off.
Live scoping. My favorite bite of yours is the one that you chased around for so long around the canyons.
Yeah.
It was a 10-pounder, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1069.
You'd given up on it, hadn't you?
Oh, no. That one? The one I'd give up in the bushes?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, that was 11.5. Yeah, I had the scissors up there and was going to cut my line because I couldn't break it. I tried breaking it. 65-pound braid. I was right over top of it. I couldn't get the break. I got my scissors up there and I said, you know what? I've caught a lot of fish on that weight. I sure would like to have that weight because I couldn't get down through with the tip. Couldn't get it down there to the deal. And finally, I tried it one more time. It was my last ditch effort. And I started working it down through them limbs.
Reeling your rod down to it?
Yeah. And hey, my reel was under the water. And I went clank and there was a weight. And I pushed on it and I pushed on it like this. I pushed it out and it just took off out like the buck brushes here. It just went and you could feel that rod going through that buck brush. And we run right out the open water. I pushed the button and let him go. And he kind of went sideways out there and I said, that's a drum. It's too gray. Because it was so post-spawn. I said, that's a gray. That thing's gray. And it went, about from here to the bushes, it went across there and I said, that's a drum. So the guy went and put the net back down and I got it turned and it stuck its head up over and I started screaming, get that net over here, that's a bass. Then he gets all excited and he can't get the net open. He put it on he made it flat. It laid flat on top of the net and throwed him in the boat.
How big was it?
11.5,
What'd you have that day?
22.
Did you win?
Yeah.
With the fish you had given up on.
Yeah.
Boys, that's a freaking Dicky Newberry story.
Oh yeah.
This is the same guy who, on a tournament,
I forgot you was typing.
one of the very first tournaments when A-rigs first came out, we were trap fishing, going up this little shallow drain.
Yeah.
And Newberry, and it's too shallow to throw, absolutely too shallow to throw A-rig. Newberry throws an A-rig down the middle of the drain, sets up on this fish. I'm sitting down at the bottom of the boat doing something, and he's like, I got a good one. And it comes up by the boat. He's standing down there on the floor, and it comes up, and I hear his voice go up about 4 octaves. And he starts hollering to get the net. Well, he's standing in the net. And I'm like, you're standing in it. And that fish was 10 and a half?
That was the 1069.
1069.
Yeah, that's one I thought you were talking about earlier.
Charlie Hammock always said, you got so lucky to catch that big one, but he caught it.
Yep.
Damn, you caught 2 over 10 with me on an A-rig.
Yeah, but you know, that was later on. We seen McCall.
Hold on. All right, what were you gonna say about McCall? There's a guy named Chris McCall who Newberry loves to torture.
Me and him good buddies. But I don't miss. I try not to miss a shot.
So what happened with the 11 pounder?
No, it wasn't 11 pounder. It was that 10 pounder you and I caught, and that's when we went by Clayton and Chris later on that day. And Clayton come up to me later, and I told him that we had a 10 pounder. Clayton said, "Please, if you ever do that again, I'm gonna disown you."
I don't think it blew McCall's mind. All right, so now I will tell a story the other way around.
Oh.
Newberry and I
remember this one.
Newberry and I were debating where to start one morning, and we decided on a place. And later that morning, we fished our first place, and I don't remember what we caught, but we didn't catch much, so we went to the second place. Well, as we're going into the second place, we can see a boat coming out of it, and I think the sun was kind of in our eyes, and they were a long ways off. But all of a sudden, these 2 guys start hollering and high-fiving, hugging each other. And Newberry goes, "God, knew it. We should have started back there. Somebody get them back there," and then whacked them. And Newberry, it stayed in his head all day long. We get to the weigh-in that afternoon, and Brian Branham, who we call Brain, or I call Brain, and Keith White, who's known as Creature, walked up and said, "We blew Newberry's mind, didn't we?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "When we come out of the back of there," he goes, "that was us high-fiving." And I said, "Oh my God," I said, "did y'all catch anything back here?" He goes, "We didn't have a bite." He said, "We just knew that when we saw y'all idling in, we knew it would blow Newberry's mind if we did that." And he was right. He got both of us pretty good. They were, yeah, way to go. We're going to win this thing. Oh, that was a beautiful misdirect on their part.
We wasted 3 hours back there without a bite.
Yeah, well, I think we did, didn't we? Oh, man, that's fun time.